First question, Matt. How did you get started in MMA?
I wrestled in high school, and that was kind of my first martial art. But actually, I did a little taekwondo when I was really young, and then I wrestled in high school, and then when I was in college, I kind of just missed the grappling aspect. So I found Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I found Matt Serra, because I'm from Long Island, New York, and I started training at Serra BJJ. And then Matt Serra linked me up with Matt Arroyo when I moved down to Tampa, Florida. And I started really fighting when I was down in Tampa, Florida, going to school.
Yeah. And let's talk about 2020, because I don't think it was the best year in your career, with 3 fights booked and 3 fight cancellations. How difficult was last year for you?
Yeah, it was tough, but 2020 was tough for everyone, so. But in the end of the day, I was training. I was working on my craft. I was leveling up. There's a lot of other things. There's nothing else I'd rather have been doing than being able to work on my craft. The only bad part is what I wasn't able to show the world and fight. But everything happens for a reason. Those 3 fights got canceled, and I got booked for the biggest fight of my career, in January of the next year. So it all worked out.
And in some ways, quite a contrast to your good friend and training partners, 2020 Billy Quarantillo, who you had 3 fight cancellations, he had 3 fights. It's quite a contrast.
Yeah, and I was able to still train with him and help him prepare for all those fights, and watch him go out there and succeed. So it wasn't all bad.
Yeah.
He wins, I win, and I win, he wins.
That's what training partners are for.
Yeah.
Now, your first fight back will be on UFC Fight Island. How excited are you for that opportunity?
Oh man, I'm so excited. As soon as I heard about Fight Island, I got some serious Mortal Kombat vibes, and I was like, I need to get out to Fight Island, get a fight out there. And one of the things about martial arts I love is being able to travel the world and train and fight all over the world and learn the different cultures and meet different people and gain the experience all over the world.
Can I ask as well, obviously it's a Conor McGregor pay-per-view, we know that the numbers are going to be high. Do you see that as a benefit for your career in terms of exposure, or does that not something that concerns you?
Definitely. I always want to fight on the biggest cards, the pay-per-view cards with the biggest fighters on them, and it doesn't get bigger than a Conor McGregor pay-per-view. So I'm just excited for this opportunity and ready to go out there and make the most of it.
Yeah. And let's talk about the fight, because you just referenced then that it was your biggest fight, biggest fight of your career, against Ottoman Azaitar, UFC 257. What do you think of Ottoman as an opponent?
He's undefeated, 13-0, 11 first-round knockouts. And, those are the kind of fights that get me excited, that get my blood boiling, that really excite me. He's no doubt a powerful, skilled fighter, but I don't think he's been tested like I plan on testing him. And this fight really excites me. The bigger the challenge, the more I rise to that challenge, and it really excites me.
How do you plan? You just referenced it then. Ottoman 11 first round knockouts. How do you plan on nullifying that?
Just really, really testing all aspects of mixed martial arts. I think everyone knows that he's a big power puncher, but we'll see how he deals with the full aspects, of all different aspects of mixed martial arts, with the wrestling, the jiu-jitsu, the Muay Thai, and the way that I put everything together is what comes most natural. And I'm excited to put on a beautiful performance in front of the world.
And talking about your last 2 fights, because you're on a 2-fight winning streak. How much of a benefit is that going into a fight, or now having your first win streak in the UFC?
It's definitely awesome coming off those 2 wins. But like we were talking about before, I had those 3 fights canceled, so it doesn't really feel like I'm coming off like too much momentum. But every fight, every next fight is always the biggest fight, and I'm motivated. I'm always prepared for every single fight. I train like a professional. I do the right things, and I'm 100% ready right now, and I'm just crossing the T's and dotting the I's at the end of this fight camp. And I head out to Vegas on Wednesday, and then we head to Abu Dhabi on Friday. So I'm excited.
I'm sure you are. Now, I know you said you now live in Tampa, Florida, but you obviously mentioned you are from New York, and that you do train to some degree with the Serra Longo fight team. How much of a benefit have them 2 guys been for your skill set?
Huge. Ray Longo, Matt Serra, they're as real as it gets, and they've taught me so much, and just being part of that team has leveled me up so much, got me so much better, being able to spar with Iaquinta, being able to train with Aljamain, Sterling, being able to, try to keep up with Merab. It's huge. And I currently live in Long Island, New York, and my home base is out of the Serra Longo team, but I bounce back and forth between Tampa and Long Island. So I kind of split my camps now. I'll do a couple weeks in Long Island, a couple weeks in Tampa, and that kind of always keeps everything fresh and keeps everything new. So.
Yeah. Do you think that the Serra Longo fight team gets the recognition it deserves? Because looking at the roster that they have, Merab Devalishvilli is on the rise, yourself is on the rise, Aljamain fighting for a title, and Iaquinta is always relevant at lightweight.
No, I don't think so. I think there's so many skilled fighters at the Serra Longo team, and then there's so many skilled fighters that aren't even in the UFC yet. We have a lot of up and coming pros that you will 100% hear from soon, and even we have a lot of high level amateurs, and everyone there is skilled. Everyone helps each other. Everyone works hard together, and it's a great environment there. And it all stems from Ray Longo. He's the man.
He is the man. And so is Matt. Let's give Matt his due.
Matt Serra. I mean, his energy is contagious. And the level of jiu-jitsu at Serra BJJ is something that I've never seen. They're sharks on that mat, and the jiu-jitsu is amazing.
Matt.
Oh, thank you.
Matt, final question. I'll let you finish and eat your dinner. Give me a prediction for your fight on the 23rd of January.
I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna really test this guy. I'm gonna drag him to deep water and I'm gonna drown him. I'm just looking for a finish, whether it comes first round, second round, third round. One of those, I'm gonna finish him, and I'm gonna test him.
Superb. How can people find you on social media, Matt?
You follow me on Instagram. It's Steamrolla Frevola _MMA, and I'm gonna be posting everything on Fight Island, the whole fight week experience. I'm gonna put a lot on my story and all on there. So if you really want to get the inside scoop on Fight Island and my fight week, definitely give me a follow. Superb.
Before we finish, is there anything you'd like to say?
Yeah, appreciate the support. I appreciate all the doubters. A lot of people seem to think that this guy's going to run right through me, and I love that. And I'm just excited for all you guys that are doubting me to be fans afterwards. So it's going to be a good time.
I couldn't agree more, Matt. Thank you for your time this afternoon.
Yeah, thanks, man. Have a good one, and hit me up after I beat this guy up, and we'll talk again.